The old woman only picked a single red chili pepper, but a few drops of black liquid suddenly fell from the sky. She looked up in curiosity, and discovered that black rain was falling from the sky. The entire sky was covered by dark clouds, and it wasn't just here. Other places around the world also started experiencing black rain. A taxi driver was still complaining that the weather forecast was wrong, but the next moment huge hailstones began falling from the sky. Looking closely you could see the hailstones were shaped like twisted human faces. Meanwhile, the Guanyin statue inside a temple started shedding 2 streams of black blood tears, and all of this began after villagers discovered a Buddha head while building a road. Strangely, the Buddha's eyes were covered with a piece of cloth, and the cloth was covered with mysterious symbols. The monks at the temple warned them not to dig it out, saying it was a ghost Buddha, a relic from the late Goryeo period that had been buried underground for more than 600 years. No one knew its true origin, but according to historical records, when this ghost Buddha appeared centuries ago, everyone who saw its eyes experienced strange changes to their bodies. But the villagers were only thinking about getting rich. They wanted to turn the statue into a tourist attraction. The village chief felt the cloth covering the Buddha's eyes ruined its appearance, so he ordered workers to remove it after digging out the statue. Little did they know a disaster was already approaching. The next morning the Buddha statue was successfully excavated. Following the village chief's order, the driver cut off the cloth covered in symbols. A crow landed on top of it. Crows were considered unlucky creatures. Seeing it sitting on the Buddha's head made the driver uncomfortable. He picked up a water hose and tried to chase the crow away, but the crow kept circling around and refused to leave. The driver didn't think much of it, and then drove the statue back to the village. Just as he was about to make a turn, he encountered a taxi. He quickly accelerated and passed it, forcing the taxi to stop suddenly. At that moment a gust of wind lifted the cloth covering the statue. The man's eyes met the Buddha's eyes directly, and his expression instantly became strange. That night the driver successfully delivered the statue to the village. Because of the rain, he stopped at a nearby bar to rest. As soon as he sat down he felt his eyes becoming dry and irritated, as if something was stuck inside them. So he went to the bathroom to wash them, but it still didn't get better. Just then the door opened. It was the bar owner. But when the driver turned around he saw his father, who had been dead for years. Terrified, he rushed out of the bathroom. The customers nearby asked what happened, but he pushed them away in fear. Then he saw his dead father again, and at that moment his eyes had already turned completely white. He collapsed to the ground in terror. The next second the old man began showing him a terrifying smile. Overcome with fear, he grabbed a bottle and smashed it toward him. Then he started brutally beating him. 2 customers desperately tried their best to pull him away, while the bar owner lay on the ground barely alive. Only then did he finally come back to his senses. The person he almost beat to death wasn't his dead father, it was the bar owner. And the same thing happened to the taxi driver who had looked into the Buddha's eyes. His eyes turned completely white. It seemed he was also suffering from hallucinations. After the Buddha head was excavated, the 2 monks from the temple found the brothers Young Ki-hoon, who had deep knowledge of ancient Buddha statues. The monks told them that the Buddha head was a ghost Buddha created to suppress evil spirits, and once it appeared in the world again it would bring disaster. The 2 monks showed them photos of the ghost Buddha and asked Young Ki-hoon to investigate the meaning of the symbols on the cloth. Young Ki-hoon took a look and realized they were Tibetan characters, but the exact meaning was still unknown. After returning home he immediately began his investigation. The cloth covering the Buddha head contained several letters. He had no idea what they meant, so he